Hello, my fellow readers. Oh, I had something in my throat. I'm still recovering from being sick. Hello, my fellow readers. This is Dark Symphony 777 back with another fanfiction review. As always, a link to the story will be in the description below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on that bell for notifications, and leave a comment in the comment section below on your thoughts on the story and any future fanfictions you want me to read or review. And finally, this is my opinion. My opinion is not indicative of everyone in the world, so please respect that. So before I get into the review, I might as well say I do have all the equipment, the microphone, the ring light possibly, and the camera ready to be bought just in case. I just gotta wait for my next payday, and I'm probably gonna at least buy the camera, either the camera or the USB extension cord thing, or USB power. But wait, why am I thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know, power bar, something like that. Oh god. So you're gonna have to at least put up with this bad quality at least a little bit longer. Hopefully. Let's just hope I don't like renegade on this. I hope. So, the story I am reviewing this time is Define Hero. It is a Teen Titans Young Justice crossover. Fine. And it's written by Appleman. Yeah, remember Appleman? He's that one Indonesian YouTuber who also did like that one Batman chess story. Yeah, I want to review this story too, to mess with the guy. Because I'm a sick bastard. Now, granted, this story was actually supposed to come out last week. However, stuff with the family and more importantly, work. Like, this was mostly a work situation happened, and so that prevented me from actually reviewing the story, which was supposed to be last week, but now it's this week. So, you know, yada. So, let's get started. So, in terms of story, this is another one of those. It's basically just a loose collection of parts in a story that's basically under one umbrella plot. This one's slightly done better than the other ones I did in the past, but still not that good, honestly. So what is the general plot? Well, basically the plot is a AU version of Teen Titans and Young Justice, of them coming together as a team, involving Princess Coriander, aka Starfire, crashing onto Earth, meeting Damian Wayne. Starfire tells Damian, hey, General Zod and a couple of Kryptonians are on their way to Earth, and basically that's technically with like Amanda Waller, the big chick who controls the Suicide Squad, Beast Boy, Cyborg, stuff like that. I'm not too familiar with the world of Young Justice. I know a little bit about Teen Titans, but I don't know that much about Young Justice, so like stuff like Mia Queen and stuff like that. I'm not too familiar with that. But the plot is the plot basically continues with them kind of joining a team with Tim Drake kind of waking up from a coma, which is unexplained. Them finding Beast Boy on an island, which is unexplained. Well, not Beast Boy, but a more Superboy. I'm just gonna say Superboy because I can't remember his actual name in the story. Superboy finds Beast Boy, unexplained. A lot of stuff happens, mostly unexplained. It's literally remember not too long ago when I did that My Little Pony Call of Duty crossover? Yeah, it's kind of the same problem with this story than that problem. Like, there's just nothing. There's just nothing. Let's see. A girl who loved Tim Drake falls in love with Superboy. Beast Boy. Tim Drake just hangs out with Barbara Gordon, all that stuff. General Zod and a couple Kryptonians come to Earth. They finally make a team. Oh, also Raven's there, and she's like actual human. And she's actually like a churchgoer who's kind of doing like the whole Sandman thing, where Raven's just committing crimes just to get money to help her mom out. And they all become a team and stuff like that. So that's basically the problem. Is there's just nothing really to talk about in the plot. That's just it, because it's so hard to talk about these types of stories because because the plots are just so vague, or more or less vague, because there's no actual connection between the parts outside of them just happening. Just this is literally just a bunch of conversations that happen, a bunch of things that people do. It's not that long a story. It's only like 60,000 words. Even Applebend said he hated it. It's like, I even teased him today. I was in one of his streams not too long ago, and I later said, hey, guess, I don't know, I'm gonna do the story called Defined Hero by Applebend. Do you know who this guy is? And he laughed. He's like, go read that story, it's bad. Even I can admit that's bad. And it's like, but hey, I'm doing this for 3 reasons. 1, I want to embarrass him. 2, I want to tease him. And 3, I don't know. Oh, and 4, for my masochistic pleasures of actually reviewing bad fan fictions, because it's one thing to talk about good fan fiction, but it's another thing to talk about bad fan fiction. So yeah, that's it with the plot. In terms of characters, you got Superboy being like pretending to be an amnesiac hero. He's like lived a life in like war, and he's like, I don't want that anymore. So it's like he's willing to let General Zod leave. It's like, you can leave. Like we won't fight you. Like you can stay here and just not do anything. You can fight. You can leave. We won't stop you. But if you continue fighting, we will kill you. Which General Zod, of course, doesn't do because it's General Zod. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, we kill you. Like Connor, like that's another thing. There's like no character development outside of Superboy, and even then, there's barely any with Superboy because, again, this is another failing of this type of story where it's just a loose collection of dialogue. Like it's literally just a bunch of stuff that happens, and there's nothing really connecting it. But at least, like I said, at least it has Superboy, so that's nothing. So at least I can say that's something better. I guess something better. Grammar's fine. Pacing, it's like way too fast. Like for this type of story, it makes sense. But what this story is trying to be, it's way too fast for its own good. It needs to be very much slowed down. Like the pacing needs to just really grind to a halt in certain parts. Like the part with when Beast Boy is like talking to Raven and Arella. That was just way too fast for its own good. The fight scenes, especially when you're dealing with like Kryptonians, which are like, if you know who Superman is, like, that's fine. But you made him way too fragile. You basically had General Zod get killed by a laser to the back. I kind of expected, with how the story was kind of portrayed, that honestly Appa was gonna just nerf the Kryptonians, make them at least killable or beatable, but that was like way too easy. This is just, oh my god, this is another quick one. Damn. I'm already done. How? Damn. Quick stretch stops 10 minutes. Okay. Would I recommend the story? No. Do I have a favorite part? No. What would I fix? What would I do to change the story? Honestly, I think this story needs to be slowed down, and it needs to be like way longer than it needs to be. Honestly, with the idea, because you're trying to make an AU version of kind of an amalgamation of Teen Titans and Young Justice, put them together, and you're trying to do that in 60,000 words in this type of story. There's no way you're gonna be able to. There's no way, not even like, unless your name is like what was the author of Lord of the Rings? I'm completely drawn a blank of the Lord of the author. The guy who wrote Lord of the Rings, I don't know why I'm forgetting his name right now. Unless you're that guy. Oh, Tolkien, there he is. J.R. Tolkien. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna be able to do it. So the story needs to be, probably, if I had to take a guess, around 200 to 400,000 words. Story needs to be way slowed down. Like, that's the big problem with the story, is the pacing's too fast, and for this type of story, you need to actually have it slowed down, like, a lot. Make, like, each recruitment process, like, make the main character be Starfire, Superboy, and Tim Drake on the protagonist side, and then Amanda Waller and General Zod on the antagonist side, with, like, everything happening. And you basically have, like, little arcs of them trying to, like, meet the other superheroes, like Speedy and Cyborg and Beast Boy and Raven and stuff like that. Make them their own little arcs of them just trying to, like, say, hey, we're trying to join a team. Said, okay, prove to me. Like, prove it. Or, they dump through all these hoops. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Like, this is just a bare minimum of a story. But it needs to be longer. It needs to be slowed down, and this story actually would benefit from having, like, certain art, like, in chapter arcs. Like, every couple chapters, like, an arc to try and recruit one of the characters to the team. Like, it could literally start with Damian and Starfire, them trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe at the beginning of the chapter, introduce all of the goddamn characters you're gonna play. Said, okay, this is, like, give it, like, an itinerary. Like, okay. If I was the person writing the story, the first thing I would do is, in the first chapter, make it a prologue, introduce every single member of the team just doing their own thing. They're not gonna, like, not even them doing superheroes, just get a feel for their characters. That way we can see how long we have to wait until we get to the big stuff, like how long, like, each recruitment's gonna be. Like, okay, here's how many people. Like, you have Damian, you have Starfire, you have Superboy, Raven, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Speedy, and Bumblebee. So that's, well, let's see. Ramen, Starfire, Superboy, Cyborg, Raven, Beast Boy, Speedy, and Bumblebee. So that's around 8 people. I think I might be missing one. So 8 or 9 people. So the readers are giving like some kind of like itinerary to say how many people are going to be joining this group. So we have a general gauge of how long everything is going to be. And so, like, each, like, depending on what you want to do with the characters, you can, like, easily, like, min-mat, like, you can easily shorten or lengthen arcs based on who you're going to keep. Like with Raven, like, since her whole shtick in the story is she's kind of hiding herself and she's trying to, like, do all this stuff to protect her mom and save her mom's life, who's sick in the hospital. You can make it really long, as she's constantly trying to hide existence of her mother from herself and trying to protect her from everything. And you can do a lot of introspection on this version of Raven because she's not an alien. She's actually just a normal person whose mother just happens to have married a gigantic satyr demon. Logic, I guess. You gotta keep some things correct. And you can easily make, like, a couple out, like, about the length of the story could just be used to, like, recruit Raven. And then, like, for a short one, you can just do, you can do, like, 25,000 words just to get Beast Boy, because he's literally just stuck on an island trying to control his powers. So you can just, like, you can have what they did in this, what Appleban did with the story, like, oh, Superboy's just wandering around, she's an island, rest, meets Beast Boy, you're done. Like, you can even have Superboy, like, train Beast Boy. It's like, okay, show me what you got. And then you get to see Beast Boy, like, show off his personality and stuff like that. And in between arc, you kind of do a chapter that integrates them into the group, so, like, have them interact with the other player, with the other members and stuff like that, and also kind of show what else is happening in the world, like Tim Drake, Amanda Waller, General Zod, and stuff like that. There's a lot you can do with the story, but that's honestly what I think would make the most sense in the story. Just give it like a more arcy, like a more, like, part arc sort of feel to it. So that is my review on Define Hero. The next story is going to be a Legend of Zelda story involving everyone's favorite fish princess that everyone seems to hate for some reason. I don't know much about Zelda, so I don't know why people hate Princess Ruto. So yeah. So this has been Dark Symphony 777 and cut.